Chapter 2 GUI Operating System. Learning Outcomes, GUI Operating System, Features of Windows Operating System, What is booting, Desktop and its components, Setting date, time and volume of the speakers, Use of shortcut menu. Introduction. Dear students, in the previous class you learnt about the operating system OS, which is a special software that manages the general operations of a computer system. Some of the most popular and common operating systems are MS-DOS, Linux, Unix, BOS and Microsoft Windows. Do you know? BOS, Bharat Operating System Solution, is the latest free-to-use operating system created in India. GUI Operating System. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface and is pronounced GUI. It is a user interface that includes graphical elements such as windows, icons and buttons. A Microsoft Windows is a GUI-based operating system where we can perform all the operations by just clicking the mouse on small graphical icons on the screen. There are several versions of Windows such as Windows 1.0, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8 and Windows 10. Windows 10 is the latest version so far, which combines the features from its two previous versions, Windows 7 and Windows 8, so as to make it user-friendly for desktop as well as laptop and mobile devices. Remember, Windows were developed by Microsoft. Bill Gates is the founder and owner of Microsoft Corporation. Features of Windows Operating System. Most users prefer to use Windows OS in their computer systems because of its features, like it is very easy to use. We do not have to learn any command. It is comparatively faster than CUI, Character User Interface. It has small labeled pictures called icons, and just by clicking on them using your mouse pointer, we can perform different operations. It provides facility to work with more than one task at a time, and this feature of Windows is called multitasking. What is booting? When you switch on a computer, it starts loading its operating system into the computer memory. The process of loading the operating system after the computer is switched on is called booting. During booting, the computer performs necessary actions which make it ready to use. Let's know more. During the process of booting up, the computer performs a check called Post Power On Self-Test. The computer checks all its parts to make sure they are working properly. In case the computer doesn't respond to the commands, then it is advised to restart the system by using Ctrl plus Alt and Del keys together. It is called hot booting or warm booting. Del keys means delete keys. Desktop and its components. When we switch on the computer, the very first screen that appears is called the desktop. Desktop is the work area on which objects like icons, start button, taskbar and dialog boxes appear. Now let's discuss the main components of desktop. Icons. The small pictures on the desktop are called icons. They represent different programs, files or folders and can be opened by double-clicking the particular icons. Commonly used icons on desktop are Computer, this PC and Recycle Bin. Types of icons. There are different types of icons. Let's discuss them in brief. File icon. We can save our work in a file in a computer. There may be different icons for files. Folder icon. A folder is a collection of files. It helps us to keep the files organized. Program icons. A program starts on clicking on a program icon. Second, taskbar. Another important component seen on the desktop of a computer is the taskbar. It is a long horizontal bar at the bottom of computer screen which displays all the programs which are currently running on the computer. Start button. It appears on the left corner of the taskbar. When we click on this button, a list of options or programs appear called Start menu. We use the Start menu to perform tasks such as starting a program, searching a file or folder, and shutting down the computer. Remember, we can use window keys on keyboard to open the Start menu. Search box. Using the search box, we can quickly look for a program or an application in the computer and open it. For example, to open Paint, just type the word Paint in the search box. Fifth, notification area. It is the area present at the right corner of the taskbar. It displays time, date, and a group of small icons that tell us about the status of some programs running on the computer. Peek button. Peek button is present at the end of this notification area. Clicking this button minimizes all open windows and displays the desktop. Quick launch bar. This is the middle section of the taskbar and shows labeled buttons for each opened application, which we can click to make it maximize or minimize on the desktop. We can add or remove shortcut in a quick launch toolbar that we frequently use. Let's know more. Generally, the taskbar is found on the lower side of the desktop, but you can change its position at any of the four corners of the desktop by right-clicking on the taskbar and unlocking the lock. Then, click and drag it to the desired position. Setting date and time. The computer's clock is displayed at the right side of the taskbar. It shows the current time and date. Sometimes we may find that it is not showing the correct date or right time. In such a situation, we need to correct it. To change the date and time, follow the steps in Windows 7 and Windows 10 respectively. A. Steps in Windows 7 are: Step 1. Single click on the clock at the taskbar. A window appears. Step 2. Click Change Date and Time Setting button. Step 3. To change the month, place the mouse pointer on the month and click on the arrow to select the appropriate month. Step 4. To change the year, click on the year and select the desired year. Step 5. To change the time, select the time digits with the arrow to the right and adjust to the necessary time. Step 6. Same process must be done with the minutes and seconds. Step 7. Click OK to see the effects. B. Steps in Windows 10 are: Step 1. Search for date and time setting. A window appears. Step 2. Select the date and time option from the time and language window. Step 3. Click on Set Time automatically to switch it off and click on the Change button. The Change Date and Time dialog box appears. Step 4. To change the month, year and date, click in the appropriate boxes and correct them by clicking the right options. Step 5. To change the time, correct the hour and minutes. In Step 6, click on Change button. Setting volume of the speaker. To change settings of volume, follow the steps in Windows 7 and Windows 10 respectively. Steps in Windows 7 are: First, right-click on the volume control icon in the Windows system tray on the right side of the taskbar. Step 2. Select Open Volume Mixer from the pop-up menu to adjust the different volumes for different desktop programs. B. Steps in Windows 10 are: First, click on the title speaker icon and move the sliding control to adjust your PC's volume. Step 2. To mute your PC, click the little speaker icon on the left of the sliding control. On clicking that icon again, let your computer blare music again. Use of shortcut menu. A shortcut menu is a menu that appears when you right-click on an object. It is also called the context menu. Let's learn the steps to create a shortcut menu by following the given steps. Step 1. Right-click the file or folder for which you want to create a shortcut. Step 2. Choose Send To and click on Desktop Create Shortcut option. Observe a shortcut to the file or folder appearing on the desktop with an arrow in the lower left corner of the icon. Recap Zone. Operating system is a special software that manages the general operations of a computer system. Microsoft Windows is a GUI-based operating system. Bill Gates is the founder and owner of Microsoft Corporation. The process of loading the operating system after the computer is switched on is called booting. The small pictures on the desktop are called icons. Exercise. Tick the correct option. Write T for true or F for false. Fill in the blanks using given hints.